Okay, so you should have purchased your hosting from Reclaim Hosting or any place else you wanted to. Um, but when you get there and you use Reclaim Hosting, you'll see this, right? This is the URL that I bought, matterofscales.com, or the hosting plus URL, right? Um, or domain. And you'll see this. This is just by default what they put in, right? So again, your website is simply files and folders on some computer somewhere in the world, right? Some server. And we need to go ahead and overwrite these and change these, right? And how are we going to do it? We're going to do it through FTP. FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol, right? Which is different than HTTP, which is just a way of transmitting the hypertext documents and images and things over a network. So to do that, we're going to have to open up an FTP program. And just as a reminder, right, you should have your website. We just, in the last lesson in brackets, created a template for a website. One other thing I did to make sure that we know this is right, I went into HTML, index.html, and I just wrote hello world, right? Now, technically, an HTML document needs a lot more than this, but for right now, just leaving some text is going to be fine for us. So I'm going to hit save to make sure hello world is there. And I'm going to find my FTP program. And so to do that, I'm going to have to go to my applications folder, which is Command-Shift-A, and find a program called CyberDuck. And CyberDuck is an open source FTP program for the Mac. You may see some kind of update screen or initial screen. You can largely ignore it. It probably asks for a donation. Just click later. Now you won't see this, right, because I have some things just saved in here, so I know I can just basically bookmark things and double click on them and get right back into them. I don't have to keep typing in this information every time. But what we need to do is go to Open Connection. And the very first thing we need to do is that Reclaim Hosting wants you to use SFTP. Not really important to know what it is, just go ahead and click SFTP. It'll change the port number from 21 to 22. Don't touch it, doesn't matter. Now you should have received an email, right? And it'll have your account information. And so what you're looking for is this down here, this SFTP login credentials, username, password, server, right? You may have a different server than me, but I am sabado.reclaimhosting.com. My username, right, they gave it to me there. It's usually just something of your password. Now my password's saved because I already tried logging in, and I added it to the keychain. So I just go ahead and click connect. And I wait a few moments, and here we are. I'm basically remotely connected to another computer. That's basically what's going on here. And I'm seeing what kind of files are inside of this. Now let's look at where we're at right here. Right now we're at the root of the folder that controls your particular website. Except it's a little funny that you would never get to this typing in a browser. This is protected only to your login. What you see, everyone sees as your website is actually inside this public HTML folder. It's also, you can think of it also as www. If you see it, www is just an alias that actually just opens up this folder. So if I click on this, you'll see these files if you just started a Reclaim Hosting one. This is literally, let's see if I can see them. See if I preview them by hitting the space bar, I can see that it is the same stuff that was right there, right? That's the background image there. We don't need any of this. This is garbage. So I'm going to go ahead and select it all. Let me see here. Is there something I can do? I'm gonna control click, or I have a trackpad, so I actually just do a 2-finger click, and hit delete. And I'm gonna say, go ahead. I don't want any of that garbage on my website. I don't need any of that. Now CGI bin is something that you would never use, so it can just go away. And now when I do it, look, I'm on this default page here. I've got nothing here. And we want to fix that. We want to start uploading our website to this. So what we're going to do is navigate back to our area here, right? I'm inside public HTML, and I will. Now here's the trick. You can't just take your whole My Website folder and dump the whole folder there. That would actually then make this inside the website. So if I just took this whole folder of my website and dumped it in here, then I wouldn't see anything unless I went to www.matterofscales.com/my-website, and then I'd see the index. So index.html is actually a a default page that that it looks for your home page. So I'm just going to drag only simply the index.html up into here, and it says upload complete. And now when I do it, here we are, we have hello world, right? And so in this FTP, we can do anything we upload pretty much anything we want. Again, right, we can have, get this out of my way, right? So I have all these folders. I could put these folders right in here. If I wanted to, I can nest folders, right? So I could put another, just like on a desktop. Think of this as just a fancy little way to interface with some other desktop. And that's basically all you need to know. When you're done uploading things, you can hit disconnect, or you can just close out CyberDuck. One last good thing would probably be so you don't have to keep typing these over and over, is go to bookmark, new bookmark, right? And it'll go ahead and put down this, save all this stuff. You don't have to change anything. You're just like, yeah, totally, and it's great. And there it is. And now when you open up CyberDuck, if you're on the same computer and you have all the same things, right, I can simply just double click on this and it will go ahead and I don't have to remember all my passwords and stuff.